Welcome to Talks with Dr. Gupta and friends. Analyzing AI across science, business, governance, and global financial markets should give us a single clear imperative. We must master both the technical engineering of AI and its power to create generational wealth. Today, we are conducting a comprehensive analysis of the top 5 American AI models and the top 5 Chinese models. We will evaluate their real-world research applications, the infrastructure required to scale them, and the global companies positioned to compound capital for decades. Let's begin with America's frontier architectures. First is OpenAI's flagship GPT series. Academic and corporate researchers use GPT primarily for automated theorem proving and frontier scientific discovery. In quantum physics and biochemistry labs, researchers rely on its multi-step reasoning to evaluate complex equations and generate synthetic chemical hypotheses. GPT compresses years of manual literature synthesis into days. Second is Anthropic's Claude architecture. The primary use case here is autonomous agentic software engineering and bioinformatics. Computational biologists use Claude to write, debug, and execute complex data pipelines that analyze massive genomic sequences. They treat the AI as an autonomous digital researcher. Third is Google's Gemini series. Powered by multi-million token context windows, researchers deploy Gemini for planetary scale climate and environmental modeling. Earth scientists feed decades of satellite imagery, ocean sensor readings, and written logs into a single context window to predict localized climate shifts with precision. Fourth is Meta's open-weight Llama family. Because Llama can be downloaded and hosted on-premise, its main global application is sovereign healthcare research. Medical centers fine-tune Llama on confidential patient records to build diagnostic tools while keeping sensitive data entirely local. Fifth is xAI's Grok. Macroeconomists and geopolitical analysts use Grok's real-time streaming capabilities to monitor high-frequency global data. By synthesizing financial trades, social feeds, and news in real time, analysts model immediate economic shockwaves from supply chain disruptions as they happen. Welcome back to Talks with Dr. Gupta and friends. Now for part 2, turning our lens to Beijing's top 5 AI models and how they're rapidly closing the execution gap. First is DeepSeek. DeepSeek disrupted global AI research by proving that frontier mathematical reasoning can be achieved at a fraction of Western training costs. Researchers in resource-constrained universities across South America, Africa, and Asia use DeepSeek's open weights for complex algorithm optimization without needing multi-million-dollar compute budgets. Second is Alibaba's Qwen series. Qwen is the benchmark for cross-border logistics and international trade routing. Global enterprises use Qwen's multi-dialect translation and structured data parsing to harmonize conflicting maritime laws and supply chain manifests across dozens of languages. Third is Moonshot AI's Kimi series. Built for ultra-long context processing, Kimi is used by legal scholars and archival historians. Researchers feed multi-volume legal precedent libraries into Kimi to trace legal doctrines across millions of pages of unstructured text. Fourth is Jipu AI's GLM architecture. GLM focuses on industrial automation and smart manufacturing. Robotics researchers use GLM's hardware interface capabilities to orchestrate Internet of Things networks, instructing robotic arms and factory sensors in real time. Fifth is Baidu's Ernie and ByteDance's Dubao models. These architectures dominate high-density consumer behavioral analysis. Human-computer interaction researchers use them to analyze how hundreds of millions of daily users engage with personalized AI agents. So who takes the global lead? America retains the advantage in raw frontier intelligence, foundational algorithmic breakthroughs, closed-source reasoning, and custom AI chip design. However, China holds a major edge in inference efficiency, open-weight model deployment, ultra-low operational costs, and rapid integration into physical manufacturing. America is building the world's most powerful digital brains, while China is mastering how to embed high-efficiency intelligence into every factory and device at scale. Welcome back to Talks with Dr. Gupta and friends. Software is only half the story. In part 3, we dive into the physical backbone of global AI, from nuclear power and optical fabrics to the high-value jobs of the next decade. The nation that secures leadership must build 3 physical pillars. First, next-generation compute architecture requiring custom application-specific integrated circuits, silicon photonics, and advanced chip packaging to process complex models with minimal energy loss. Second, dedicated clean energy grids, because AI acceleration is fundamentally an energy challenge, and frontier data centers require multi-gigawatt power capacity. Winning requires deploying small modular nuclear reactors and dedicated clean energy grids tailored to feed massive compute clusters continuously. Third, sovereign data networks and high-throughput optical fabrics, including petabit per second optical interconnects within data centers and synthetic data pipelines. We need synthetic data generation pipelines to train models when human text sources run dry. As this physical infrastructure scales, three high-value job categories will emerge. The first is the AI grid and infrastructure architect, engineers who will work at the intersection of nuclear energy, thermal management, and supercomputing to design gigawatt-scale data centers. The second is the synthetic data and alignment verification specialist, professionals who will curate specialized synthetic datasets and design stress testing environments to keep systems accurate and safe. The third is the human AI swarm workflow orchestrator, experts combining domain knowledge with AI agent design to orchestrate fleets of autonomous agents alongside human teams. Welcome back to Talks with Dr. Gupta and friends. Models come and go, but physical bottlenecks endure. In part 4, we break down the wealth manager's blueprint, focusing on chip foundries, liquid cooling, and clean energy grids as the ultimate long-term compounding assets. If you are an equity investor seeking long-term wealth compounding over a 10 to 20-year horizon, betting on individual software models is high risk. Models get commoditized quickly. The sustainable strategy is to own the scarce infrastructure layers, the digital toll roads that every AI company must pay to cross. The first critical investment layer is chip architecture and advanced foundry capacity. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, is the ultimate bottleneck toll road. Whether NVIDIA, AMD, Broadcom, or Apple designs the chip, TSMC manufactures it using extreme ultraviolet lithography machines built exclusively by Netherlands-based ASML. In custom silicon and networking hardware, Broadcom and NVIDIA control the critical interconnects required to run massive compute clusters. Owning these monopoly-like infrastructure providers captures value regardless of which software model wins. The second investment layer is power, cooling, and infrastructure plumbing. Data center compute density has surpassed traditional cooling limits. Companies like Vertiv specialize in liquid cooling and power management systems essential for high-density AI racks. In power generation, clean energy providers with nuclear capacity, such as Constellation Energy, and industrial grid suppliers like Schneider Electric and GE Vernova, control the scarce energy inputs required to keep gigawatt data centers online. The third investment layer is the cloud hyperscalers and enterprise monetizers. In the United States, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon host the cloud infrastructure where enterprises rent AI compute. Microsoft monetizes AI directly across its enterprise software stack. Alphabet funds its Gemini development through cash flows generated by Search and Google Cloud, while Amazon scales through AWS and proprietary Trainium silicon. Palantir serves as a specialized enterprise integrator, converting raw AI into operational workflows. The fourth investment layer is China's digital ecosystem leaders and manufacturing supply chains. In China, monetization happens through integrated platform front doors rather than enterprise software subscriptions. Tencent leverages WeChat as a unified interface for agentic AI tasks across messaging, payments, and services. Alibaba uses its Cloud Intelligence Group and Quen models to automate e-commerce and merchant operations. In hardware manufacturing, component providers like SMIC and global assembly partners like Foxconn supply the physical devices and server racks, embedding AI into global supply chains. The core lesson for wealth compounding is clear. Do not focus solely on who builds the smartest chatbot. Build a basket of durable assets across compute foundries, power utilities, cooling infrastructure, cloud hyperscalers, and consumer platforms. The AI transformation is not just a software shift, it is a re-architecting of the global economy, energy grid, and financial markets. Thank you for watching Talks with Dr. Gupta and friends. Stay curious, stay invested, and let's keep thinking about what comes next.